Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me this morning. So, we have a nice half an hour session. We're going to be looking at one of Patanjali's sutras today to help us with our um, sort of breath work and sort of more relaxation and meditation style of yoga or part of yoga. So Patanjali, so there's a book called the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and this book is kind of put together to guide you through your yoga journey. Although it doesn't really talk a lot about any of the physical practices, the poses that we think of as yoga, it's much more to do with the philosophy. And one of the sutras is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which translates to mean the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind. The idea being that we calm the mental chatter and we begin to cultivate the natural union within ourselves so that we find peace and bliss. I think that sounds lovely, nice and simple. So I thought for today's session, we would just look specifically towards being able to help the mind become more focused and then therefore less cluttered. So that mental chatter that more often than not is our little background to our lives. So we will start by finding a comfortable seat. So sitting in any position that works for you, try to allow the spine to be upright. Take a few moments to just get comfortable. So arrange the head over the rib cage, over the hips. And if literally just sitting down and becoming still straight away isn't great, feel free to take a little bit of movement. So you might do a little circle with the hips, or maybe maybe it's the shoulders and the neck. So just feel free to move until you feel a little bit more comfortable. And we will arrive in a still position and just allow the eyes to close. Just feel into your sit bones, so where you're sitting, the two little rockers on your seat. Notice how you feel physically this morning. How's the body today? And then just quite quickly shifting to a bit of breath awareness. And as you think about the inhale and the exhale, you might also like to think about where you feel that in your body. So if you're feeling like the breath is a little bit clipped or not very comfortable, is there anything you could do physically to help? Maybe sit that little bit taller. Draw the shoulder blades back and down to give you more space for the breath in the front of the body. And I want you to just turn your palms up and have your little finger touch your thumb. This is called the Buddhi Mudra, and it's said to help bring clarity to the mind. So it's just an extra layer to perhaps clear that clutter. And then just rest the backs of the hands comfortably on the legs, wherever they land. And return awareness to breath. This morning we're going to use a pranayama practice, a breath practice called Brahmari. And this is the bee breath. It's called the bee breath because we hum, and it has obviously a similar sound to a humming bee, buzzing bee. So because you guys are muted and I'm not, I'll do one just to give you an idea, but I won't do the breath because just so it doesn't put you off really. But what we'll do is 5 rounds, and I'll just show you what that looks like. So there's a breath in, and simply on the exhale you hum. So it goes. And you just do it until you run out of breath. Don't try and force it. Don't try and make it anything other than what it is. And what I'd like you to appreciate or notice is how you feel the humming resonating in the body. it's said to help cleanse negative thoughts. So I quite like a little visual or just to have something to think about. If you imagine you're literally vibrating, that humming is resonating, and you're almost like shaking it all up and getting rid of the stuff that's cluttering the mind. So getting rid of blockages and cleansing the thoughts, cleansing the mind. I'm going to invite you to do 5 breaths in your own time. So breathing in and then humming for the exhale 5 times. And when you've completed 5 rounds, just bring your hands together at the heart. And just pause here for a moment and just imagine or feel the memory of the vibration of the humming. Even though you've stopped, just allow the reverberation to continue to spread across the body. Maybe you feel it in the jaw, or the throat, the shoulders, the chest. And just to release those hands, just draw the knees towards each other and just take yourself to a lying down position. We're just going to allow those legs just to draw into the chest. So you're not going to hug onto them particularly tight. Just let them arrive. And then we're going to use one hand on each knee and we're going to gently guide the knees into circles. So the knees move towards the body and then they part and they move away and they find each other again. So there's the exhale as we draw them in and part them. And then there's an inhale as they move away. We're just going to gently move with the breath now. So we're using the breath as our anchor. So throughout this morning session, this idea of chitta, vritti, nirodha, the fluctuations of the mind, we're trying to still the fluctuations. At the very least, we always have our breath. So if you're ever stuck, too many thoughts, maybe just focus on the breath. Good, let's take those circles the other way. So move the knees together away, part them, and as you exhale, draw them in. A couple of rounds. Moving with the breath, perhaps noticing the massage across the lower back. We're working into those hip joints. I just want you to bring that movement to stillness and just let the legs land on the floor. So, sorry, the feet landing on the floor here. And we're going to take the right ankle and we're going to rest it onto the left knee. So when we look, there's a little triangle here. Let the arms come out to shoulder height with the palms facing up. Tuck the chin, just feel yourself settle into this new position. And then just gently rock the legs from left to right. So we're just moving across the sacrum, the lower back, across the glutes. We're just gently rocking from left to right. And eventually we're going to allow the right foot to find the floor on the left. If this isn't comfortable, once you get there, just bring your knees together. You can just let your leg come down, yeah? But if it's okay here, just a deeper stretch. And you might then take your gaze over to the right, if that feels okay. So we're coming into a side stretch here. And just find that lovely even breath once more. You may even let the exhale out as a little sigh. And then the next inhale, we just bring everything back to center. We're going to let the right leg come back, the right foot come back down onto the earth, and then the left ankle rests on the right knee. Keeping that left foot flexed. And take a little rock left to right. Just moving over the lower back, giving yourself a nice massage. You might feel this if you're a little tight in your piriformis or in your glutes. Maybe you can feel that. And then we're just going to let the foot land on the floor. If it's comfortable, we stay as we are. If we need to bring the knees together, we can. And then we're just going to look left. And again, just soften. Feel into the body, feel into the breath. Maybe let the exhale come out as a sigh. And then on your inhale, back up to center. We're going to just let this left foot come back down to the floor. Slide that left leg out and let the right leg fall down. So this is a fallen tree. If we were standing up, this would be a balance, our tree pose. We're just in a fallen tree, arms just outstretched, the knee dropping down towards the floor. If it's really uncomfortable, if you're tight in your groin or your thighs, you could pad underneath that right leg. And just take a little breath or two here. Good, and then on your inhale, bring that knee back up, stretch the leg out, bending into that left knee. And on the out breath, let the left knee fall away to the earth. So fallen tree. Take a few moments just to get comfy, to settle. Pad if you need to pad, if it feels too strong. And then soften. It's quite a nice pose to counterpose, I guess, all the sitting that we do. Let's the body come into a more kind of open position. Good, let's take the in breath as the knee comes up. Bend both knees, draw the knees into the chest. This time we're going to hug them in. We're going to lift the tailbone off the floor a little as we squeeze. And just let the hands fall underneath the knees this time. As you begin to use the lower legs to create a bit of momentum, rock along the length of your spine, so tuck your chin. Just roll along the length of the spine a few times, as long as that feels okay for your back. And then we're just going to come all the way back up to sitting. Nice. Let's have that left leg tucked in, the right leg stretched out, toes pointing towards the sky. Okay, so we're going to take the right hand up on an inhale. And on an exhale, we come into a side stretch. So stretching over to the left. Nice. Come up on your inhale. And we're going to do the same again. We're going to side stretch to the left. Just working a little bit still into those hips, coming into the shoulders too. Inhale to lift and exhale. Good. Inhale as you come up. So we're going to take that right hand down. We're going to sweep it across the body. Lean into your left hand and lift the hips. Circle back. Exhale as you lower and sweep back across the body. If the lifting up doesn't suit you, you can just do this with your hips on the earth. If you quite like that extra lift, then go for it. One more like that. Inhale as we come across. And exhale back and down. Nice. Let's momentarily stretch both legs away. Point the toes up to the sky. Sit nice and tall. Just as we come back to sort of symmetry and a nice alignment, a neutral spine, head over heart over hips. And then we're going to tuck that right foot in. Bring the right hand down to the floor. On the in-breath, we raise the left arm. And as we exhale, we come into a side stretch. Inhale as we come up. And exhale into our side stretch. Nice. Inhale, lift. And exhale, side stretch. Inhale as you lift that arm up. As you exhale, we're going to bring it down. We're going to sweep the hand across on the inhale, leaning into our right arm. Option to lift the hips as we open up. And on the exhale, sweeping back down and across. Nice. Good. Inhale across and lift. Exhale down and across. One more. Inhaling across. And we lift. And we exhale back down and across. Good. Just momentarily sit with those legs extended, toes pointing up. Just for a moment, back in symmetry, alignment through the spine. Good. So we will find a comfortable seated position now. Whatever that might be, you could cross your legs, kneel, legs extended, whatever feels comfortable. We'll come back to our Buddhi Mudra. So our thumb and our baby finger touch. Just let the hands rest comfortably on your lap. Nice. If you're struggling to be comfortable, Edgar, you could find, if you've got handy cushions or any blocks or books, you could perhaps sit on them, just to take the pressure off the knees. Like a little mountain. Okay. Yeah, that can help. That makes the knees sort of come a bit lower. Yes. Okay, so we're going to repeat the Brahmari breath. We're going to do 5 rounds again. But this time, I'm going to invite you to take at least a couple of them where you block the ears. So we use the fingers just to pad the ears. So you don't stick your fingers in. Just close that little flap. I don't know what the name is of it. And what happens is it just really amplifies and enhances the experience, because the humming sound is then very much inside you. You can only hear it inside your head. So it can kind of make that vibration even more powerful. So five rounds again. Your choice how many you do. You could do all 5 with your ears blocked. You could just do a couple at the end. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. So when you're ready, take a nice breath in. I'll do the first one with you, breathing in and then hum. Just take 4 more rounds in your own time. And when you've completed your 5 rounds, Make your way to Shavasana, so lying on your back, ready for relaxation. Just make sure you're comfortable, in symmetry, not having to work too hard. You can stay upright if you want, if you prefer, that's fine. Otherwise, it's just coming to lying on your back, just arranging it so that the legs just flop so you don't have to hold on. Arms by your side, opening up across the shoulders, tuck pelvis, tuck chin. Ready for relaxation. Just allow the eyes to close. Take a nice long breath through the nose. And then opening the mouth and then let the breath come out as a nice sigh. You might choose to do that a couple of times. Just feel that beautiful sense of freedom, surrender, as you feel fully supported by the floor. No effort required anymore to hold any particular shape. You can simply just be, simply just rest. Just like the rest of the practice, the beauty of yoga is this chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind stuff. And for our relaxation, what we'll do is, it's called rotation of awareness. I'm just going to mention body parts, and you just simply have to take your awareness to those places that I mention. So the mind again is becoming focused and therefore still. There's not enough space left for the chatter. That's the theory anyway. So when you're ready, take your awareness to all of the toes on your left foot. Big toe, second, third, fourth and fifth toe on the left foot. And then just bring your awareness to the sole of the foot and the tops of the feet. Bring your awareness to your ankle on the left side. Edgar, it's still lying down unless you're uncomfortable lying down. I'm only sitting up to talk. It's still lying down if you want to be, unless you've sat up for another reason. I'm just up to talk to you. Okay, so bring the awareness now to the left shin and the left calf muscle. And move the awareness to the left knee and the left thigh, the quad and the hamstring, and the left glute. And then bring your awareness to all 5 toes on the right foot. The big toe, the second, third, fourth, and fifth toe. And the sole of the right foot. And the top of the foot. The right ankle. The right shin and calf muscle. The knee. The right thigh, the quad and the hamstring. And the right glute. And in your mind's eye now, hold both feet, both legs, and both glutes in your mind. And have that lovely sense of release and rest and relaxation in the lower half of the body. Bring your awareness to the whole of the pelvic area, the hips, and all the muscles around the hips, the sacrum, the lower back, trace the spine in your mind's eye. Be aware of the rib cage wrapping around from the back to the sides, across the chest. Bring your awareness to the collarbones. Bring your awareness to the whole of the rib cage, front, the back and the sides. And trail your awareness down into the tummy, soft and relaxed. And in your mind's eye, see if you can hold the image of the torso, the front and the back, the chest, the tummy, the spine, and the hips, and both legs and both feet in your mind's eye, completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to the fingers of the left hand, and the palm of the hand, and the back of your hand, your left wrist, your left forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, all the way up to the shoulder. And then move the awareness to the right fingers of the right hand, and the palm of the hand, and the back of the hand, the right wrist, the right forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, all the way up to the shoulder. Just let your awareness trail across the tops of the shoulders and then down your shoulder blades. And let that awareness melt into the rest of the body. So in your mind's eye, be aware of the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the back, the chest, the belly, the hips, the legs and the feet. The whole body completely relaxed. Bring your awareness now to the throat and the back of your neck and the base of the skull, the back of the head, the crown of the head, the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyelids, the eyelashes, your eyes gently resting. Trail your awareness down your nose. Be aware of the nostrils. Be aware of your cheekbones, your ears, the outer edge of your ear as well as your inner ear, your jawline, upper jaw and your lower jaw. Be aware of your lips, your teeth, and your tongue and your throat. Hold the whole of your head and face and neck in your awareness. And in your mind's eye, be aware of the whole of your body, your head and your face, your neck and your shoulders, your arms and your hands, your chest and your tummy, your back and your hips, your legs and your feet, the whole of your body completely relaxed. Just let the awareness move now to the mind. Just to have that awareness now. Perhaps you've managed to cultivate that natural union. We find that peace and that bliss within the busyness and chaos of the world. And know that no matter how loud and chattery the mind may become, all the thoughts and the outside world distraction as well as the inner world distractions, we have the tools, we have the power to just still the fluctuations of the mind, calming the mental chatter through the power of yoga. If you have the time, you may wish to stay a little longer. If you need to finish with me, I invite you now to just deepen the breath and just feel the surge of energy moving through the body. Bring movement into the fingers and the toes. And when you want to, you might want to take a full body stretch. You might like to hug the knees into the chest once more. So your choice, move and stretch in the way that feels good. And in your own time, just bring yourself back up to seated. Let the fingertips touch the floor. Sit nice and tall. Find that lovely big long inhale as you sweep the arms up, the palms touch. And as you exhale, draw the arms down to rest at the heart center. May the light in me honor the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you on Thursday with the same theme, but much more. We'll be getting up, we'll be doing tree pose as a balance rather than as a restful pose. So I hope you can make it. Otherwise, I will send you the recording. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you soon.
See you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.